Akashvani presents Morning News. Good morning. I am Meenakshi Sant. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to inaugurate first ever National Training Conclave in New Delhi today. G20 Development Ministers Meeting to begin today at Varanasi in Uttar Pradesh. Prime Minister Modi discusses cooperation in BRICS with South African President Cyril Ramaphosa during telephone conversation. India's long jumper Murali Sreeshankar finishes third at prestigious Diamond League meet in Paris. And Iga Swiatek of Poland wins women's singles title of French Open tennis. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will inaugurate the first ever National Training Conclave at the International Exhibition and Convention Centre at Pragati Maidan in New Delhi today. The conclave is aimed at strengthening the training infrastructure for civil servants across the country. The conclave is being hosted by the Capacity Building Commission. More than 1,500 representatives from various training institutes, including Central Training Institutes, State Administrative Training Institutes, Regional and Zonal Training Institutes, and Research Institutes will participate in the conclave. Civil servants from the central government departments, state governments and local governments, as well as experts from the private sector will take part in the deliberations. The conclave will have 8 panel discussions, each focusing on key concerns related to civil services training institutes such as faculty development, training impact assessment, and content digitization. The G20 Development Ministers Meeting will begin today at Varanasi in Uttar Pradesh. External Affairs Minister S. Shankar will share the 3-day event under India's G20 presidency. The meeting will continue till the 13th of June. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will deliver a special video address at the beginning of the meeting. More from our correspondent.
The Development Ministers Meeting in Varanasi is taking place amidst mounting developmental challenges that have been further aggravated by economic slowdown, debt distress, impacts of climate change, pollution and biodiversity loss, growing poverty and inequality, food and energy insecurity, cost of living crisis, global supply chain disruptions, and geopolitical conflicts and tensions. The decisions taken at the Varanasi meeting will also contribute to the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals Summit, which will take place in September in New York. A total of 200 delegates are expected to attend the meeting. Cultural programs, exhibitions and excursions have also been organized to provide the delegates a glimpse into the rich culture and tradition of Varanasi, one of the oldest cities in the world. The city is all decked up for the meeting starting from today. Beautiful decoration and lightings have been done on the main intersections and important ghats, particularly at the Namo Ghat. The illuminated ornamental towers are another center of attraction. Overall, it is going to be an unforgettable moment for the delegates as well as the people of Kashi. Sushil Chandra Tiwari, Akashvani News, Varanasi.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi had a telephone conversation with South African President Cyril Ramaphosa. The two leaders reviewed progress in bilateral cooperation, which is anchored in historic and strong people-to-people ties. The Prime Minister thanked the South African President for the relocation of 12 cheetahs to India earlier this year. They also exchanged views on a number of regional and global issues of mutual interest, including cooperation in BRICS in the context of South Africa's chairmanship this year. President Ramaphosa briefed Mr. Modi on the African Leaders' Peace Initiative. Noting that India was supportive of all initiatives aimed at ensuring durable peace and stability in Ukraine, the Prime Minister reiterated India's consistent call for dialogue and diplomacy as the way forward. President Ramaphosa conveyed his full support to India's initiative as part of its ongoing G20 presidency and that he looked forward to his visit to India. The two leaders agreed to remain in touch. Senior BJP leader and Defence Minister Rajnath Singh has said that due to prudent financial policies and programs of the Modi government, India has secured its berth in the club of top 5 economies of the world. Mr. Singh was addressing a program in Jamuhar in Rohtas district of Bihar on completion of 9 years of the Modi government. He said an important financial firm has made a forecast that India will achieve the target of becoming the world's third biggest economy by 2027. The minister said with this economic progress, people from all sections got benefit.
2027 आते आते यानी 4 वर्ष के बाद ही भारत की अर्थव्यवस्था दुनिया के टॉप 3 देशों में आकर खड़ी हो जाएगी। यह भारत की हैसियत सारी दुनिया में बनी है। हमारी सरकार ने जो काम किए हैं, समाज की अंतिम सीढ़ी पर बैठे हुए लोगों की जीवन स्तर में कैसे सुधार लाया जा सकता है, इस दृष्टि से भी बहुत सारे महत्वपूर्ण कदम उठाए गए।
The senior BJP leader said the slogan of Make in India given by the Prime Minister is transforming the country in new ways. Supriya Sule, daughter of NCP Supremo Sharad Pawar and NCP leader Praful Patel, have been declared as working presidents of the party. Supriya Sule, MP from Varanasi, has been given the responsibility of Maharashtra, Haryana and Punjab, Women, Youth and Lok Sabha coordination. Praful Patel will look after Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan and Goa. Sharad Pawar made the announcement in the presence of Ajit Pawar. This is Akashvani giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts. As the NDA government completed 9 years in office last month, Akashvani News begins a series of special stories on the initiatives taken by the government. Today we look at a story on Sacred Portal.
Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment implements several schemes for the welfare of senior citizens. As part of promoting silver economy, an open invitation is given on portal named Senior Care Aging Growth Engine SAGE, through which entrepreneurs are encouraged to think about the problems of the elderly and come out with innovative out-of-box solutions. Under this scheme, an amount up to 1 crore rupees as financial assistance is provided in form of maximum 49% equity participation. The Senior Able Citizens for Re-Employment in Dignity Sacred Portal allows bringing people together by virtual matching of preferences by providing the senior citizens a platform to connect with the private enterprises for certain positions. Addressing Samajik Adhikarita Shivir at Prayagraj, Prime Minister Narendra Modi had said that government is constantly working to mitigate the problems from the lives of senior citizens.
हमारे देश में 2.5 करोड़ से अधिक दिव्यांग है, तो 10 करोड़ से अधिक हमारे वरिष्ठ नागरिक भी एक आयु के बाद सुविधा के अनेक उपकरणों की जरूरत हमारे इन वरिष्ठ नागरिकों को होती है। सीनियर सिटीजन्स के जीवन से इस परेशानी को कम करने के लिए हम लगातार काम कर रहे हैं। जिन लोगों ने अपना पूरा जीवन अपने परिवार और देश को आगे बढ़ाने में लगाया है, उन्हें किसी भी तरह की परेशानी न हो, इसका हम पूरा ध्यान रख रहे हैं।
There is sharp rise in India's elderly population and government's thrust is on creating an ecosystem that supports their needs more holistically. Unpermished, Akashvani News, Delhi.
The 53rd Director General level Border Coordination Conference between Border Security Force and Border Guard Bangladesh will be held in Delhi from today till 14 June. During this conference, BSF delegation of India, led by Director General BSF Dr. Sujoy Lal Thausen, will meet BGB delegation headed by Major General AKM Nazmul Hassan. The conference is being organized to discuss the border-related issues and for better coordination between both border guarding forces. During the course of conference, discussions will be held on how to jointly curb the various trans-border crimes and timely sharing of information between both the border guarding forces. Further, there will be deliberations on development and infrastructural works, joint efforts for effective implementation of coordinated border management plan and confidence-building measures. The last BSF-BGP Border Coordination Conference was held at Dhaka last year. Indian Navy frigate INS Trishul departed from the South African port city of Durban after impressing the local community with a range of activities designed to showcase India's role in assisting the country spanning the Indian Ocean. The 3-day goodwill tour marks several historic events, including the 30th anniversary of India-South Africa relations after a break of almost 4 decades due to apartheid. The visit is also a part of India's Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, an initiative of the Government of India to celebrate and commemorate 75 years of independence. The Indian Meteorological Department, IMD, has said that the cyclonic storm Biparjoy has moved over the east-central Arabian Sea with a speed of 5 kilometers per hour at midnight, about 510 kilometers southwest of Porbandar. The weather agency said it is likely to intensify into an extremely severe cyclonic storm today. The agency further said it is likely to reach near Pakistan and adjoining Saurashtra and Kutch coasts around the afternoon of 15th June. Currently, cyclone Biparjoy is centered about 600 kilometers west-southwest of Mumbai, 530 kilometers south-southwest of Porbandar, and 830 kilometers south of Karachi. IMD said that the sea condition is likely to be rough to very rough from the 11th to the 15th of June. In view of the situation, a National Disaster Response Force NDRF team has been stationed at the beach near Jarod village in Vadodara, Gujarat. The IMD has warned that the storm could cause heavy rain and strong winds in coastal areas of Karnataka, Goa and Maharashtra. Meanwhile, fishermen have been cautioned not to venture out into the seas off the coast of Gujarat, Kerala, Karnataka and Lakshadweep. Ace Indian long jumper Murali Sreeshankar secured a creditable third place in the Paris Diamond League with a jump of 8.09 meters in his maiden podium finish in the prestigious one-day meeting series in Paris. Commonwealth Games silver medalist Sreeshankar achieved his best jump of the day in his third attempt. Sreeshankar also became the only third Indian to finish in the top 3 of a Diamond League after Olympic champion javelin thrower Neeraj Chopra and former discus thrower Vikas Gowda. Olympic champion Miltiadis Tentoglou of Greece and Simon Ihammer of Switzerland finished ahead of Sreeshankar with jumps of 18.13 meters and 8.11 meters respectively. Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Sports Minister Anurag Singh Thakur have congratulated Indian long jumper Murali Sreeshankar for his rare feats. In French Open tennis, world number 1 and top seed Iga Swiatek of Poland has won the women's singles crown. She defended her title against unseeded Czech Karolina Muchova 6-2, 5-7, 6-4. This is her third French title in just 5 years. And now, for a look at today's newspapers, it's over to Saira Mushtaba.
Thank you, Meenakshi. Many newspapers have covered news regarding a peace panel being set up for Manipur. The Times of India reports, Manipur peace panel set up under Governor, CM a member. Probe panel led by retired High Court Judge Ariza Imphal. Hindustan Times informs, highway blockage reimposed by cookies. In conjectures over succession planning and rejig of organizational structure in the run-up to assembly polls in Maharashtra and Lok Sabha elections next year, the Times of India speculates, succession, Sule Praful NCP working president charges of state split, Supriya to also head poll body. On its front page, the Economic Times notes, Trump faces daunting task in classified documents case, say experts. It adds that former US President may find it tough to defend himself for allegedly violating the Espionage Act. The Times of India informs of a massive naval exercise carried out in the Indian Ocean with the headline, Signal to China, 2 carriers part of mega Navy exercise. And with that, it's back to you, Meenakshi.
Thank you, Saira. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to inaugurate first ever National Training Conclave in New Delhi today. G20 Development Ministers Meeting to begin today at Varanasi in Uttar Pradesh. Prime Minister Modi discusses cooperation in BRICS with South African President Cyril Ramaphosa during telephone conversation. India's long jumper Murali Sreeshankar finishes third at prestigious Diamond League meet in Paris. And Iga Swiatek of Poland wins women's singles title of French Open tennis. And with that, we end the morning news. Have a nice day.